I want to come back and do something for my city, dog. As I get bigger in this shit, get back to the community, especially where I'm from, and clean this shit up a little bit more. That's a little like what the city trying to do, but not take away the, you know, the best spots of this shit, the best parts of this shit. They be trying to take away the soul, take the soul out the hood and rechange this shit. Like I said, I just want to come back to the city and give back to the community, dog. Show love, give my respects. This is where I fucking grew up at. Like, I'm really from Tallahassee, Florida.
Welcome to Florida, bad bitch come alive, foreign no stick thighs, box Chevy skinny ties, kill balloons is a must, gold teeth is a must, everybody doing time.
Right now we're in the middle of the north side, man, 4th Avenue, Tallahassee, Florida. This house right here pretty much where I kind of grew up at. My grandma used to stay out here, actually. Man, I think I was probably about 3 or 4 years old. Like, my uncles, this was my uncles, like, really used to get down at, like, my Uncle Boss. That's one of the reasons why I started rapping, but he used to run through here all the time, him and my cousin Steven. They used to hide guns and this shit, everything. Like, basically this where everything started, where I started kind of the last kind of couple of places where I can remember, you know, just where I started remembering life and shit like that. But man, used to be running through here with my cousins and everything. My uncle that died, my Uncle Neil that died, he used to walk us down to the 4th Ave store, like all the damn time, like down there every day. Like I say, like this was before I even got in school, so my mom and my pops used to drop me off here, and that's why I used to kick it at the whole day from the 4th Ave Super Center into to the damn tennis court, walking down on 4th Avenue. Shepherd Street, you know, this where it all started at. So y'all stay tuned with me. I'm finna take y'all through the city. Let's get it.
Nigga what? Nigga who? Nigga you spin a block, spin a Benz. He gon' cry boo-hoo. They take 1, we gon' take 2. This a Glock, 4, 5, 9 to 22. Niggas hate, it's okay. I got beat loot. I don't wanna see the swoop.
Why I feel like I found myself at, dog. It's like the beginning of all this shit, man. Learning to run the streets, what to do in the streets, what not to do in the streets. Like I say, running through here is like something that I never forget, dog. The stories I'm hearing my older uncles and a lot of my friends that I grew up with, they died on the north side, dog. And like I said, I done lived on all parts of town, south side, the north side, you know, parts of the west side. Like, we done lived on all parts of the town, but it's the side of the city that I feel like I really grew up at the most, from a toddler all the way to a goddamn teenager. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of the people that I know now from this side of town and the south side, but a lot of it from this, you know, from this side of town. Schools and shit, which is good, but bitch, you gotta go touch. I feel like you gotta go touch the people here. Like I said, once I get my bread big enough, dog, the parts of town that I want to come back and fucking help out, man. Really want to come back and help build this shit up. Everybody be scared of the hood, but if you really from the hood, you know this probably sometimes the best place to be, dog. It's home. Right now we in Oak Points Apartments on the south side of Tallahassee. I grew up right here in apartment 1222. Like, I hear this where I got my name TYTE at. Before TYTE, they used to call me Snow. I used to be a little ash ass legit. But nah, this where I got my name TYTE at, and this where I really started taking music, you know, seriously, as far as like this is where I really want to be in life. You feel what I'm saying? This is why I used to rap to all my homeboys out here. This is why I met my childhood friend Jock as well. Like, we lived in the next apartment, you know, next apartment over. So like I said, this is where I really started taking this music shit serious. and a lot of my homeboys that's not like dead, gone gangbangers and shit like that, or off the prison. This is where I met them at. So a lot of people like I knew before they life even went down that path. You feel what I'm saying? So out here is like, in a way, in a sense, for me, it was like the jungle. I used to fight everybody out here, dog. I don't give a damn, like, everybody out here. Anybody that stayed in Glen knows when I stayed out here, they'll tell you, Jeff, before the name TYTE even came, Jeff used to bump. Like, really, really used to get down. Like, out here, I kind of learned how to maneuver, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't grow up with no brothers, ain't had no sisters, ain't had nobody to overlook me. Outside of that house, it was just me. You feel what I'm saying? So this where kind of like what they say, you throw the meat in the lion's den. Like, I felt like sometimes I was the meat. You feel what I'm saying? It was me against everybody. But at the same time, like a lot of these boys that was out here turned into my real dog.
How you been? Ma don't want to be on camera, y'all. She don't want to be on camera. She don't want to be on camera.
I don't know about now, but this is a spot also my uncles, my older uncles and cousins used to be at and shit like that, and you know, used to do their little thing at, and that's where motherfuckers loot CDs and you know, just say it used to be all types of shit they used to be selling up here. CDs, had the CD man, you had the dope boys up here, you had the crackheads up here, you had the fiends up here, you had every goddamn thing at this store, dog. Like I say, this another store that's in the middle of the hood, so a lot of people depending on this store, from old folks to young people. Time say we've been around for a good little minute, dog, and it's a valuable part of, you know, in the community. And I think people really respect this damn store on some real, you know, some real shit. So also another thing about this time saver, this is where I used to come trap my CDs out, man. I used to come sell my CDs up here for $1. I used to have back then up there on the walls and shit, I used to put my little posters and shit at where you could follow me at, and you know what I'm saying, just have my face on it and shit like that. Like I used to sit up here sometimes, just come up here and park, wait till everybody got out of school. This when I was in high school then. So I used to wait till the middle schoolers and shit get out of school and pass out my CDs and hand out my CDs. So I used to be on, you know, be on this shit like extra heavy.
Niggas say they spat me on the last song, so when I catch them, I'ma slap them.
Where they call that shit the social now, but back then this shit used to be called Aqua Park. And then the niggas know over here about Little Mexico, my older cousin, them CT and all them, they'll tell you ass about 5'11". 5'11" where that shit went down at. That's where money was getting made at. You feel what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about it, these school dorms, apartments, but none of our ass was in school. Like I say, this where I pretty much learned the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Being in the streets, running through the streets and shit like that. This where I believe in my life, this where all this shit started at. Like I said, running from school, get out of school, we come straight to him. We'll be from this bitch soon at probably like, got out of school like what, 1:50? But I was getting out early, about 1:30, pushing almost 1 o'clock, and we'll come straight over here and be at this bitch all day, getting at it. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, this is probably the part of my life where, like I say, what really turned me into a go-getter, or really learning the fundamentals of this shit, you know, this street shit. And, you know, like, I get sad about this shit sometimes because a lot of niggas that I was cool with, we no longer speak no more. You know what I'm saying? We no longer see eye to eye and shit no more over, you know what I'm saying, just over shit back in time, you know, that don't happen back in time. And like I say in this documentary right now, like, I don't hold no grudge against nobody, dog. Like, if it was love back then, it's love now. But like I say, this was one part of my life, dog, like, when I learned how to go get it. And this what, you know what I'm saying, this what turned my ass into a monster. Like, going to get that paper, like, for real, for real. I call my cousin, man. Yo, Cole, what good?
Cool.
Yeah, I got your ass on camera right now. I just want you to get a ass some juice on what the shit that, you know, what the Tallahassee shit be about, and some of the shit that we used to be running through the streets doing when we was growing up.
Man, listen, hanging the fuck out. You don't know what we wanted to. I wasn't really on the oil like that, but definitely on the fact. Hanging around cool, man, you know, getting a little cash in,
stick and move type shit, huh?
You already know, man. You already know that's how it is, though. You feel me? It ain't down south, but it's the south. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. And like I be feeling like sometimes like they be thinking this Tallahassee, like being from Tallahassee, being the capital of Florida, they be thinking this shit sweet because it's so they look at this shit like a college town. I be telling people, I be like, bro, look, like we got the projects here, we got real trappers, real hustlers, real killers here that would really get on your ass. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, we know some person, but we can't even get into
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? This, that, and third. But no, man. Shit, just like you said, bro, everybody think that it's gonna be, you feel me, a little calm time, and you got the size where you can have your little chill time, but then you got the side of town where you feel me, shit gonna go down at. And yeah, some shit gonna always end up on the news. And shit, it might not be like this how it is today, but guess what? It's gonna be some shit, no guarantee. You feel me?
I guarantee you, huh? Capital.
No, make sure it's there, you feel me? I'm glad your ass didn't even come back, you know what I'm saying?
Most
Just,
definitely.
niggas gang back, you know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Come back.
I'm trying to tell you, a lot of niggas, they won't even accept that, but and that's why I say I think that's what, you know, the relationships that you grow up with over the years, like I say, of when we were younger and running the streets and shit, and the niggas that we ran into and stuff like that, like when you get older, I think that builds on your character. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas respect you for that shit. You know, you weren't no punk ass, fuck ass nigga growing up. So when you get up in age, and you know what I'm saying, I feel like it's just time repeating itself. You feel what I'm saying? So
That's what it is.
you get respect for that shit.
We don't rock real niggas, so you feel me? That's all we know. We don't really hang around no, what's that, no fucko ass people, no shit like that.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's how it is.
But Cole, I'm finna get ready to swing though. I'm gonna call y'all later. I appreciate it.
What's up, man? Stay safe,
You too, love you.
love you too.
Hey, let's get this money. They can't be my partners. They can't. And she can't be my main. That can't be my nigga. He a pro boy. And she can't be my main cause she a pro girl. And they can't be my partners. They ain't making plays. Me and my partners.
We at the first place where I shot my first damn music video making plays at, man. It's so crazy because my long childhood best friend, Jock, he the one that shot me.
Me and TYTE first video we shot was making plays. I remember like it was yesterday. I shot it on a Canon T3. Went out there with just the camera and like made it work. You know, put some creative moves in it and everything. We made it work for that time, you know what I'm saying, at that level of what we had. But looking at it from that point back then to now, we really grew with it, you know what I'm saying? Really got into it. Like I perfected my craft, you know what I'm saying? So we could like make these visuals dope. Cause I really believed in him. I believed in everything he did, everything he ever sent me. I felt it like.
And I remember in the video, dog, like my swag wasn't even the fucking together. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like my music went all the way there as well. You feel what I'm saying? Plus we had a lot of damn complications that day. I remember the damn camera count fucking up. Like we ain't had the the quality of cameras that they have nowadays and shit like that. Like I said, we was out of the trenches with it and really got it out in the mud. So we was working with the hell we worked with. And also my partner JP was in that bitch. That was a close friend of mine. That's like my damn brother still to this day. But that was my first video being shot, and he was inside the video with my ass in. But we was in that bitch looking like little bombs in that bitch. I ain't even gonna lie to you, ass boy. But now, like I said, we both don't glowed up. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Every nigga that's around me don't powered up. So like I said, it's a blessing for one to still be here, but it's a blessing for two just to come back to this shit and, you know what I'm saying, just look back on where you started at with this shit, dog, and see where I'm at now in life. And like I said, it's more of a blessing to be showing people this shit. So.
Lyrical for real. Niggas packing, watching me. Gotta get real to hit your tail. I was raised inside the streets. I ain't have a silver.
Right now we at where it all started at, dog. Meadows Trailer Park. Like I'm really a trailer park, baby, on some real shit. I grew up right in this trailer, lot 310, dog. Like when I say in my verses and some of my past interviews, when I started at the age of 6, this is where this shit started at, when I overheard my uncle and my pops rapping in the kitchen. And like from ever since then, like I took that shit serious, dog. Like I did so much out here. I think this like really when the thug got in me in a way. Like this was I got in the most fights at. One of the places I got in the most fights at. I first seen my first shootout. Mean to tell you, I was 5 years old when this shit happened too. Happened right here in this damn ditch right here, dog. And I remember like it was yesterday. It went something like that right here. Like I don't know what the beef of the situation was with my uncle and the dude, but he had a pistol on my chest. And my uncle told him, he was like, if you don't get that pistol off my nephew's chest in the next 5 seconds, it's gonna be about something. And literally in the next 5 seconds, I don't think I remember, my uncle used to carry 2 22s right here, and he pulled them bitches out and they just went to firing. Like it was like click against click, and my uncle shoved me in that ditch. That's something that I never forget, dog. Like never forget. But out here, like I say, this where I pretty much started learning life, and you know, really like this shit reality for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I always wanted better than this shit. My mom, my pops always wanted better. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said at the beginning of this shit, or this rap shit, like I'm glad that I grew up out here, dog. We stayed out here for 2 years.
Man, me and TYTE growing up always stayed with the music, like freestyling every day. He come to my house, man, let me get some CDs with some beats on them. I'm like, yeah, all right, I got you. You know, I always had them, man. Like we just always stayed out here, staying productive, like, and it's crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Out of everybody that was out here, like me and him always stayed like that. Like as far as like the music, homies, like everything, hanging out. It's crazy, like we done came a long ways, like just as far as like coming up in the city, you know, him with the music, me with the videography, coming together and making like a lot happen. And this is like a real, you know, it's a real blessing, like to see that type of drive in somebody like him. Like
Pretty much back in 2018, like that was probably about the worst time of my life. Like I felt like my life was collapsing, dog. Like I ain't had nowhere else to turn, ain't know what else to do, and found myself living in a damn U-Haul storage unit. You feel what I'm saying? Had a damn blow-up mattress in that bitch. My girl used to come see my ass down there, thug that shit out with me the whole way. That's why I love her to death. And my brother Jock. You feel what I'm saying? And can't forget my brother JP. Like they helped me through that shit. That was like the most difficult time in my life, bro. Like really down bad on my luck. You feel what I'm saying? Down on my dick. Like real shit, real shit. Like I felt like that was the time where I made the best music as well, because I was going through so much pain. You feel what I'm saying? Like I lost everything, dog. Like everything. Fresh out of high school, ain't know what the fuck was going on, what the hell I was gonna do. This music shit wasn't taking off. I was fresh out the streets. Like really found myself living in a damn U-Haul storage unit. Like being there having no money. You feel what I'm saying? Every strategy that I knew of to hustle, I was selling shoes out that bitch. I was selling down there every damn thing out of that U-Haul storage unit, bro. But like I say, I just want to give this message to people, dog. Like when you down on your luck, you really see who there for you. You feel what I'm saying? You really see who you really got at the end of the day.
shit, I remember the first little video we made, making plays right there off of Gain Street. Shit.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I was a while. I think that was in what, like 10th grade or something?
Yeah.
Like 7 years ago?
Cause I had came back from that shit. I had moved after 9th grade. I had to move to St. Pete for 10th grade and came back up there to play football 9th grade summer year. So that's around that time. I was telling my damn brother then. I had the damn Michael Ford.
Mark Jacob.
Yeah, the Mark Jacob. Yeah. Them damn glasses. Them bitches big as fuck right there.
That shit crazy. Like sometimes I be saying, like I tell y'all all the time when I get up with you, I be like, and this shit is just amazing to how far we on came, you know, just in life, period. You know what I'm saying? I was saying earlier, it's like a lot of our partners and people that we knew and grew up with and shit, like they dead and gone now. So coming from here and like I say, just going to school and shit, and I don't even know, like this shit amazing to me sometimes. Sometimes it amazes my ass.
No cap. Shit. You got the record label now, so shit, it's like, go.
It's time to go with it.
Shit, you can't stop now. The hard part easy.
Most
You
definitely.
just trying to grind on, bro, for real.
Keep that shit going from the top. Like I said, That one thing I always love about your ass, though, like, out of everybody, like, you was that one that stayed on my ass. Like, in a way, you motivated my ass to go harder.
Yeah, you gotta go harder, bro, cause, like, real life, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit real. Anything can happen, like, that's why I just be trying to tell you, bro, like, if you gonna do that shit, just do it, like. Fuck the critics, fuck everything, bro. Just do that shit.
Niggas really bitches, acting like they superwoman. Come on. Niggas taking chances every day, trying to come